Okay, great. Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Is it too loud?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
That feels good. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
If it is too loud, then let me know.
Okay.
It is a little loud for me, so I'm turning it down.
Okie dokie.
Do you want to go on before the national anthem or after?
Whatever you think is best. You've done this a lot more than I have.
Why don't we go on with 2 to 3 minutes on the clock?
Okay.
We'll pause for the anthem, and then
You gotta go.
Frank, do you know the starters for RIT? And Ramsgard? Well, that's 4.
Yeah, it is Manny Ramsgard, yeah. I was trying to do it off of memory, alright?
I appreciate it.
Can you repeat that to me?
Yep, it's Bockelman,
Yeah.
Henderson, Duran, Ramsgard, and Kaplinski.
Got it.
Okay, let's go through these pronunciations first. Kuberka, Melissa Kuberka. Okay. Let's just go down the lineup. Ready? Ben Hazer Cochran.
That sounds right to me.
Cochran. Do we want to go Cochran or Cochran?
Just to be safe.
Kaiser Cochran. Kaiser Cochran. Ben
Kaiser
Kaiser Cochran. Okay. Aaron DePaula, Caitlin Bockelman, Caroline Henderson, Sophia Spizuko. Yep, Spizuko. Hannah Duran, Lila McGugan, Maddie Ramsgard, Faye Kaplinski, Ella Wilson, Cindy Dawes, Emma Rose. And then you need Ithaca?
I think I got everything for it.
Jill Payne, Emma Waite, Avery McKeek, Junie Dixon, Libby Micah, Maddie Gill, Simone Pintinelli, Olivia Stevens, Grace McNamara, she probably won't play, Natalie Tucker, Isla Dervasevic. Dervasevic? Yes.
She had 12 minutes for slow. I thought I wrote it down.
She might play. Tori Drebner, Anya Watkins, Soraya Ikabalseta, Yorio,
A middleman.
and then Bernay Barrows per Luke. Mary Bernay. And Middleton. I'm like freaking scarred by this song. Every time I hear it, I'm just gonna think of Portland. It's such a shame.
One. A midweek Liberty League matchup here in Ben Light Gymnasium. It's the RIT Tigers and the Ithaca Bombers on the women's hoop side of things, taking each other on here this evening. RIT Tigers 10-3 in the conference, Bombers 12-1. So this is a big game for both teams, particularly if they want to grab hosting rights for the Liberty League tournament. And obviously these two travel partners, so they play in that midweek matchup. An important game for both sides, no doubt. I'm Rihanna DeCrow alongside Molly Golden. We have you covered here from Ben Light Gymnasium tonight. Molly, I mean, it's going to be a high-powered offense from the RIT side of things, and this Ithaca defense has been really locked down.
This is going to be a clash of the Titans tonight. We've got one of the top offenses in the Liberty League, nay, the country as well. And then this Ithaca defense has been unstoppable lately, just getting better and better lately as we get deeper and deeper into the season. And you're right, hosting rights are on the line tonight. Lots are on the line tonight. It's going to be a fun one tonight.
Yeah, it is going to be a high-powered offense, this RIT Tigers team. They're scoring right around 64 points per game in the Liberty League, but that doesn't really do them justice. If you look down their schedule and the amount of 70s, 80s that they've put up on the board, it's pretty outstanding what they've been able to do.
It really has. This RIT team has just been unstoppable, pounding through the Liberty League, beating team after team, and they've just been putting up some insane numbers. They rule the Liberty League offensive ranks right now, and honestly, right, it's going to be a fun one tonight. We've got a high-powered offense, a very strong, gritty defense. We're going to have some fun tonight.
Yeah, 5 Tigers in the top 25 in scoring in the Liberty League. That's pretty impressive. And we'll tell you more about them when we come back from the anthem. We'll take a quick break.
Please direct your attention towards Ithaca College.
Back here on Ithaca Athletics, Rihanna DeCrow and Molly Golden with you the whole way through. We mentioned the high-powered offense on the RIT Tigers side of things. Well, how about that Ithaca defense? It's been absolutely outstanding these last couple of games. They've held teams to single digits in certain quarters, especially that second and fourth quarter. They play incredibly well. And it's been this defensive identity that Dan Raymond has decided to adopt for his team. He said, you know, what we were doing before hasn't been working, so let's lean on the defense, and it's been generating some big wins.
It has, Ray. Honestly, Dan Raymond probably learns this saying all too well. Defense wins championships, and Dan Raymond's adopted that with his Bombers team. This team limits their opponents to the least amount of three-pointers in the Liberty League. This team is gritty. They're adaptive. They know how to block. They know how to block. They know how to be gritty in there. So really, this team, honestly, Ray, they have abilities to go all the way, and this defense is going to lead them there.
Yeah, that defense holding teams to just about 58 points per game. That's fifth in the Liberty League, if you can believe it. So some really good defenses in this conference for sure. And this Bomber team, you know, they miss a lot of shots. They never claim to be the best shooting team. On the Tigers side of things, they're the 9th best three-point shooting team in the nation. So this is a big task, a tall one.
This is, Ray. And this Ithaca team, they might not be good behind the arc, but you know where they are good? It's in the paint. This team, they've been able to put up 30 points within the paint in the past. This team's gritty. They know that defensive mindset. It also adapts in the paint as well. They can shoot. They can get balls up. Anya Watkins really good at throwing the ball up right there. This Ithaca team, they know they're not great beyond the line, so they know they have to succeed within the paint. And this Bomber team, they have been doing that.
They certainly have. As we get you going with the starters tonight, just ahead of this first quarter of play, Caitlin Bockelman will be on the wing. Caroline Henderson, number 11, the Tigers wearing those black jerseys with the orange striping, white lettering with the orange accents as well. Hannah Duran, number 20, the senior on the floor. Maddie Ramsgaard, the transfer from St. John Fisher following head coach Melissa Kuberka, as well as Faye Kaplinski, the 5'10" forward. She'll be rounding out the post play tonight, which is going to be oh so huge. Bombers in their white uniforms with the blue striping and the blue lettering. Their starters will be Anya Watkins, Zoraida Iqbal-Seta, as well as Emma Waite, Libby Micah, and Annabella Yorio, as Yorio wins the tip, and we're underway here in quarter number 1. Bombers will get the first opportunity on offense. Here's Iqbal-Seta at the straightaway. She's been leading this offense all year long, facilitating, shooting, doing all it takes. Here's Waite with it. On the far side wing, hands it off to Iqbal-Seta, who drives down the low lane, pull back. The early jumper just bounces in and out, and the Tigers will get their first opportunity on offense. Here's Ramsgaard. Hands it off to Kaplinski. Kaplinski, the 5'11" forward. She's going to be the tallest player on the floor. Ramsgaard all alone with it. She's one of the best shooters in the Liberty League. Here's Bockelman with it on the far side, driving towards the paint. Now Henderson has it. She's also one of those top scorers in the Liberty League. And Bombers get a takeaway. RIT Tigers, they don't give a whole lot of steals away, but they just did it there. And this Bomber team, one of the best in the league in those turnover margins.
Yeah, Ray, honestly, the Bombers have been working hard on that turnover as of lately. They're one of the top teams in the Liberty League, and that's led by Emma Waite. She's been really heating up on that turnover lately. And Anya Watkins able to grab the first points on the board for the Bombers.
Yeah, Watkins on that high block. Inlet pass from Zoraida Iqbal-Seta. She'll pick up the early assist. 7 in the last game. She's been absolutely phenomenal, facilitating for her teammates, like we mentioned, taking some more shots. But Tigers back on offense. Bombers up early 2-0. As Henderson tries for the pass to Bockelman down low, she won't hit. Here's Ramsgaard bodying up Waite, and a travel. So RIT Tigers, they come up empty yet again.
Yeah, Ray. Emma Waite's really been the standout so far. She's playing really physical, really getting in the RIT Tigers' face. She's a transfer from RIT. She might have a little motion in this game. Looking forward to see how she responds against this team.
A season-high 18 points the last time these two teams played each other. You wonder if there's something there. Here's Waite on the near side wing. She dribbles to her right side. The first 3 ball of the contest, just a little bit long. Yorio has the offensive rebound, and she's fouled by Kaplinski. Yorio, she hasn't had a game under 5 points since December 3rd. So she's been doing really well on offense, but more than that, she's that big force in the paint at 6 foot tall. She nails her first free throw, so Bombers up early 3-0 with 8 minutes and 12 seconds on the clock as Yorio will shoot her second here. Dribbles twice and makes that one, just skims it in. So Bombers up 4-0. 8 minutes and 12 seconds to go, and Bombers in the full court press. Ikabalseta fouls Ramsgard there on the inbound. Micah knocks over Kaplinski. 2 bodies hit the floor, and finally the Tigers get the inbound. It'll be Ramsgard to bring it up the floor. Here's Kaplinski to her left. She moves to the far side wing. Now Henderson with it. Shovel pass off to Ramsgard, who pulls up from the free throw line and sticks it. The first points of the contest for the Tigers, and it's Ramsgard on the board early.
I mean, that's Maddie Ramsgard for you. Top 10 scorer in the Liberty League. She leads the entire Liberty League in field goals as well. That's her specialty, that's her range, and that's where she's going to succeed tonight.
Ikabalseta trying to move towards the baseline, sort of that near side NCAA logo here at Ben Light Gymnasium, and she steps a toe out of bounds. So it's 4-2 with 7 minutes and 40 seconds remaining, and the Bombers continue that full court press they've been showing early. You've seen Skidmore do it as well in the Liberty League. Bombers trying to take a page out of their book and try and stop this RIT offense from cooking early. Here's Kaplinski. She pump fakes the three-pointer from the far side, and Micah fouls her down low as she was moving to the high lane. Excuse me.
Number 12, Micah, her first.
Micah's first, the team's first. Still 4-2 with 7:23 remaining. Here's Ramsgard on the inbound. She's looking for Kaplinski, can't find her, finally does. And Kaplinski loses the handle. It goes off her foot and out of play. And how about that size mismatch? Kaplinski at 5'10", Emma Waite at 5 foot tall, 10 inches, and she manages to get the steal.
I mean, what a size difference, clearly. I mean, size doesn't matter as much in basketball as we could see for the Ithaca Bombers. They're able to really adapt. Emma Waite, she might be small, but she's mighty and physical, and that's what this Bomber team needs right now.
Here's Watkins with some fancy moves down low. She juked both Bockelman and Henderson down low and got 2, so make it 6-2 with just under 7 minutes to go here. Tigers need to start working. This Bomber team, they've had struggles coming out fast in competitions, but not seeming to be a problem tonight as Watkins swats the ball away from Kaplinski, and the Bombers moving fast in transition. That's their game. Waite stops her dribble. Here's Micah. The jumper from straight away knocks it down.
There's Libby Micah. She's starting to heat up these past couple games. Called timeout on the floor. Bombers take a timeout real quick. I mean, that's Libby Micah for you. Her most recent game against Union, she went 7 for 18 on field goals, 1 for 2 on her frees. She's starting to heat up. She started 12 games this season so far. 2 out of the last 3, she scored 10 plus. Libby Micah starting to heat up these past few weeks late into the season. And honestly, she's the second on the team right now in points per game, and she leads the team in field goals right now. This is what Libby Micah does. She's able to be aggressive in the paint, find the lane, and that's what she does best.
Yeah, and Dan Raymond saying that, you know, in the injury to Annabella Iorio, she was really the player that emerged. She can run, she can jump, she plays a lot taller than she is, and she shows it in her games, and she was dominant against this Tigers team, like you said, Molly, last time, 16 points. So she ripped apart this Tigers team, got into the paint very easily, and was able to put those buckets up. It's 8-2 with 6 minutes and 37 seconds on the clock, and here's Henderson, the freshman, on the inbound. Henderson scoring about 13.6 points per game. No big deal as a freshman. 4th in the Liberty League in scoring. Not too bad. Here's Kaiser Cochran, who just checked in. Picks up her dribble. Cochran, the tallest player on the floor. She's 6'2". Bockelman tries for the one-handed hook shot, and that one much too long. Iorio has the board. Iorio hands it off to Ikabalseta, who has a wide-open look from 3. That one goes off the corner of the backboard. So Ramsgard is moving quick in transition, hands it off to Henderson, and that's what she does oh so well. A 43% shooter from deep, and that's her first tonight.
Henderson, she leads the Liberty League right now in three-pointers. And the interesting thing, she writes lefty, shoots righty, a little ambidextrous for Caroline Henderson, but that's what she does best. She leads the Liberty League right now. Oh, and she's a freshman. She's going to be dangerous in a couple of years, right?
Absolutely. She's already made an impact. Here's Iorio from deep. Kaiser Cochran was giving her a little bit too much space. That one off the back iron. And Tigers moving fast in transition again. Ramsgard over her head pass to Henderson, who moves to her right side. She's at the top of the key. Here's Bockelman all alone on the far side from 3. That one just rings off the right side of the basket, and Iorio with another board early. Waite with it now. She moves to the free throw line and kicks it back out to Iorio, who's at the straightaway 3. Now here's Waite again to her left side, hands it to Anya Watkins at the top of the key. Watkins, the hot long-range jumper, way off the mark, and it's Henderson with the board. Hands it off to Ramsgard. She's on the near side now. Looking for someone as she picks up her dribble. Finally, Henderson to her left side as she moves all the way to the far side wing. Here's Bockelman with it on the near side wing now. Dribbles to her right side, then to her left. Long bullet pass to Kaiser Cochran. She took a step out of bounds.
Kaiser Kochman, again, a young person back on that freshman core, this young core for this RIT Tiger team. This entire floor right now, they're majorly underclassmen, something that Coach has really been stressing in her recruiting process. She's got a lot of young kids right now that could be dangerous in a couple years.
Here's Dixon, who just checked in. She's on the near side wing. Yorio, the inlet pass to Micah, who jumps over the head of DePaula, who just checked in, and she's got another bucket. Make it 10-5 with 4 minutes and 27 seconds on the clock. Tigers slow it down now. It's Ramsgard to bring it over the line. Bounce pass from DePaula to Ramsgard, and Kaiser Cochran in the paint. She's fouled by Ithaca Balsetta. Dan Raymond will send Tori Drevna to the line. Another 3-ball shooter out on the floor. She'll replace Ithaca Balsetta.
Right now, this Ithaca team 0 for 3 from the arc. That's something Dan Raymond's really pushing right now against a really offensive team like RIT. Someone needs a three-point shooter, and that could be Tori Drevna tonight.
Kaiser Cochran makes her first. She's a 71% shooter from the line. 10-6 the score is with 4 minutes and 15 seconds to go. Kaiser Cochran misses her second, just short of the basket, and Yorio has the board. Here's Drevna with it now on the far side. Drevna dribbles to her right side, hands it off to Waite. Here's Yorio at the top of the key. Now Waite with it. She opts to dribble. Huge hook pass to Dixon. Now Drevna all alone on the far side wing. She misses way long again. This Bomber three-point shooting core has not looked good so far.
Yeah, Ray. Once again, 0 for 4 tonight. Something that this Bomber team really needs to focus in on tonight against a team like RIT. They are so powerful in that three-point shooting, the best in the league. Nay, one of the best in the nation. Bombers need to really lock down that if they want to get some points tonight.
Here's Drevna again from 3, and she nails it.
Exactly what Dan Raymond was looking for. Some juice for that three-point shooting, and Tori Drevna delivers.
So Drevna nails her first. She gets 3 points early in the minutes that she's played, and Drevna has the steal on the inbound. That full court press paying off. Bombers choose to slow it down and throw it around the horseshoe. Waite passes it off to Micah at the far side free throw line extended. Here's Yorio with it now, down the low lane, going one-on-one with Kaiser Cochran, and she comes up empty, and Tigers have the rebound. Here's Henderson. Long pass to Kaiser Cochran, that one out of play, the miscue. And this Tigers offense hasn't looked like what we expected.
No, it hasn't, right? For a team that really is, when we were researching, we were really saying this could be a dangerous threat to this Bomber team. They haven't really been as putting up their numbers that they have in the past. Right now, this RIT team, they're 1 for 4 on their last 4 field goal attempts, something that probably coach is going to be stressing as they get closer and closer.
Shooting 40% from the floor right now, but regardless, just not being efficient on their opportunities. Here's Ithaca Balsetta with it on the far side corner. 2 minutes and 40 seconds remain. It's 13-6 Bombers with the lead. Dixon with it at the straightaway, shovels it off to Drevna. Drevna on the far side wing. She pump faked the 3 and now tried to hand it to Micah. Looks like it's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow in favor of the Bombers. They'll have the inbound underneath the basket. Bombers beat the Tigers earlier this season. That score 66-62. A really tight game, but a good win for Ithaca.
Exactly right. This is what the Bomber teams does best. They hold teams to less points in that second and fourth quarter, and that's what they exactly did. They only held RIT to 8 points within that second quarter. And then also this RIT bench, they put up a lot of bench production, 19 points compared to the Bombers' 3, but it really was successful. That Bomber shooting was on lock tonight.
Here's Gill from 3. She misses to the left of the basket off the iron, and Henderson has another rebound. She's already got 4. Henderson, no slouch in the rebounding category. She's 17th in the Liberty League as she spots up from the far side free throw line extended. Here's Kaplinski with the board now. Kaiser Cochran on the outside as Durant pump fakes the 3. Tried to bounce it over to Kaplinski, and Drevna with the hand in the lane, a good steal. Here's Dixon on the far side corner now. And Bombers keep throwing it around the horseshoe. Play and keep away from the Tigers. That's all you got to do. Burn the shot clock. Dixon from the straightaway 3. That one swirls out. 13-8 with a minute and 22 seconds to go here in Ben Light Gymnasium in quarter number 1. Henderson tries to get something going. She hands it off to Duran, who's working down the high lane on Drevna. She picks up her dribble and throws it back out to Henderson, who's at the straightaway. Henderson behind her back, then to Kaiser Cochran, who moves to her right side, and with 7 seconds on the shot clock, tries to go over the head of Dixon. She'll come up empty, and that ball will be pushed out of play by a Bomber hand.
Some great defense from Junie Dixon against Kaiser Cochran right there. If Kaiser Cochran, she's a top 15 scorer in the Liberty League right now, and Junie Dixon was really able to put the pressure in front of Kaiser Cochran and definitely limit her and her opportunities.
The freshman Kaiser Cochran, 6'2", averaging 9 points as we get a whistle here. Kaiser Cochran had pulled up for a long range 2, and the refs blew the whistle. I think it was a travel. Under a minute to go here in quarter number 1, 13-8 the score, and Iqbal Seta will pass it off to Jill Payne at the top of the key, who just checked in. Iqbal Seta overhead pass to Drevna at the straightaway. Drevna working down the high lane. At the far side elbow now. Here's Payne streaking below the basket. The reversal goes in, and it's 15-8 with 35 seconds to go.
Jill Payne celebrated her senior day on Saturday against RPI. She put up a couple points, 10 points versus RPI, checking back in again. There's 2 for her on the day so far in quarter 1.
Here's DePaula with it now. Hands it off to Kaiser Cochran. The Tigers just kind of passing it down the line at the straightaway as Iqbal Seta gets the steal. And with 14 seconds on the clock, the shot clock is dark. The Bombers can convert one more time before the quarter ends. Iqbal Seta to her right side, to the low block, spots up and sticks it. 17-8, the Bombers have exploded in quarter number 1. Not characteristic of this team.
Not at all, Ray. This is something that this Bomber team has not seen. We haven't seen from them in the beginning of the season, but this is exactly what the Bombers wanted to start a game against an offense like RIT. RIT, who's come out so hot in the past for a lot of their games. This is exactly what they needed. Get a couple points on the board. Feel comfortable. You're in your home court right now. You're automatically comfortable. Get the pressure on early. This is exactly what Dan Rated wanted for his starters and to get the offense going. Now it's just going to be keeping up the pressure, keeping up the momentum, and it could be looking good for the Bombers tonight.
Yeah, you talk about that quarter split for the Bombers. They outscore opponents 276 to 274 in the first quarter. So that's 2 points. They're outscoring their opponents in the first quarter. Every other quarter of play, they're outscoring them by 20 plus. So that just goes to show this Ithaca team doesn't get off to fast starts very often. And we mentioned limiting teams to single digits in quarters. That's what they just did there to score 17-8. And if you're just joining us, thank you so much here on Bomber Athletics. I'm Marina DeCrow alongside Molly Golden. A huge Liberty League matchup. Bombers first in the Liberty League, RIT in third. A win would catapult them to just about that second place mark, but in a very good spot to potentially put themselves in a position to host a Liberty League playoff game, something they haven't done in quite some time.
Quite some time. After a hard-fought loss to Skidmore last season, this is exactly what this Bomber team would want. Host the Liberty League Championship at Ben Light, have their home court, and have some fun as they go for a Liberty League title this season.
Well, all the starters back in for the Bombers as quarter number 2 begins. Here's Watkins at the free throw line, hands it off to Yorio, picked up her foot before her dribble, and that'll be a travel and a turnover. 10 turnovers already for the Tigers, and this is a team who has about 13 turnovers a game. That's first in the Liberty League. This Ithaca team is incredibly tricky when it comes to getting hands in lanes.
Truly, Ray. I mean, this is what Dan Raymond's really been pushing lately. Be difficult, be shifty, never let your opponent's next move, and that's exactly what the Bombers are doing tonight.
Watkins picks up the foul there on Kaplinski over the back as she was looking for a pass from Henderson on the far side wing. Here's Ramsgard on the inbound now. Finally finds Kaplinski, and she'll hand it right back off as Ramsgard gets fouled by Micah. Physical defense. That'll be Micah's second and the team's second early here. Not even 30 seconds in to the second quarter, and the Bombers in danger of foul trouble already.
I mean, that's something that's already interesting, Ray. This is the team. I mean, listen, when you put up a physical defense, you risk foul trouble. That's exactly what Dan Raymond wants, his team to be physical. But you just got to be clean with your physicality as well. Make sure, watch where you're going, watch where your hands are. Don't necessarily get too touchy, and then that's what this Bomber team needs to focus up on tonight.
Here's Ramsgard with 3 seconds on the shot clock. At the straightaway, she can't get it off. And that Ithaca defense, man, just absolutely stifling this RIT high-powered offense. 17-8 it will remain after that shot clock violation. Ramsgard had it in her hands and it pulled up from the top of the key and just couldn't get that ball to hit the rim before the shot clock rang out. Ikabalseta with it now at the straightaway. Shovel pass to Waite, who's at the free throw line. Long range pass for Ikabalseta on the far side corner. Another shovel pass to Waite, who goes right over her head with the 3 and nails it. 30-8 with under 9 minutes to go here in quarter number 2.
Emma Waite once again leads the team in points per game, 4th on the team, leads the team in three-pointers. That's what she does, and especially against a team like RIT, who is a killer on the three-pointer. That's exactly what Emma Waite needed to start her second quarter with.
Tigers look busy on offense here, though. Here's Bockelman from the far side wing. She works on Annabella Yorio, and that'll be a foul on Yorio. Kind of looked like Bockelman threw her elbow into Yorio and that they might have called that, but instead it'll be on Yorio. Team's 3rd of the quarter, Yorio's 2nd. So already some of the Bombers' big-time players sort of in that foul trouble that you really don't want to be in against the Tigers team.
No, not especially against this Tigers team so early on, too.
Henderson from 3 and drills it.
That's what she does.
20-11 with 8 minutes and 18 seconds to go. Henderson already with 2 made threes, and she's got 6 points. Ikabalseta with it now on the near side wing. She finds Emma Waite, who's bursting into the paint. She steps back to the NCAA logo. Mid-range jumper goes down, and it's 22-11 with 8 minutes to go.
That's 2 for 2 made shots for Emma Waite to start her second quarter. Exactly what she wanted after a rough start to her first. Not necessarily finding her normal shots, but this is exactly what Emma Waite needed.
Emma Waite, she's had 3 straight games with 10 or more points. She continues to cook on offense. Here's Duran with it now on the near side wing, moving all the way around the arc to the high block and tries to go over the head of Yorio. She won't cash in. Here's Duran with it again. Overhead pass to Henderson, who tries from deep again. That one off the left iron. Now here's Waite with it. She got the rebound off a feed in from Ramsgard, who was trying to keep it in. Waite pump fakes the 3 and opts to go to the near side corner. Here's Jill Payne from the near side wing. That's off the back iron. And Henderson has the board. Henderson 5 rebounds and 6 points already.
She averages 4.8 rebounds a game, exactly what she's on the money right now. That's why she is the leader in the Liberty League three-pointers right now. She's a physical, monstrous. She's physical, she's monstrous.
Henderson with another three-pointer on the far side, and she airballed that one. Watkins has the rebound, and Waite with some fancy footwork on Bockelman. She traveled. Bockelman, one of her old teammates, I should say. So 2 familiar faces. Maybe we're trying to go one-on-one with each other. That's always fun to watch.
It is. It's always a little fun to see some friendly faces on the court, definitely. They might know each other's styles a little bit, but definitely some fun tonight.
This RIT team has had some massive turnover from last year to this year, whether that be because of a new head coach or what have you. Not a lot of returners to this Tigers team. Bockelman, one of them. Duran, also one of them.
And then Coach brings over Maddie Ramsgard with her from St. John's Fisher. Could be something interesting, and this is a short bench as it is for this RIT team. I'm looking down. We've only got about 3 other girls in uniforms right now. This is a short bench compared to the Bombers bench, so definitely something interesting to keep your eye on tonight.
Yeah, got to keep those legs fresh. It's always important. A long 4 quarters to play. Here's Ithaca with it off the turnover from RIT. And Ikabalseta from the near side wing cashes in. 25-11, and Ikabalseta has a 3.
Second on teams in three-pointers is Ikabalseta. She's heating up these past few games. Solid player behind the arc. And she's also very well in the assists too. 4+ assists in the last 3 games for Ikabalseta as well.
Bockelman guarded by Payne. She burned right by her into the paint. Here's Kaplinski with the rebound. She throws it back out to Henderson about 18 feet out and cashes right in. 25-13, and Henderson already with 8 points, 6 rebounds. She's one of the most dangerous players on the floor for a reason. 11th in the NCAA in threes per game. She's going to continue to do what she does best tonight. Here's Ithaca from a deep 3 ball. That one kind of skimmed in and then just trickled out of the net.
Yeah, you almost saw us. We almost got a little excited up here, but definitely back to
Bombers 3 for 10 from deep right now. Here's DePaula. Out for Bockelman on the near side wing. Bockelman to her right side. Kick out pass to DePaula. DePaula driving towards the high lane. She stops her dribble. Bockelman on the far side wing. Tries for 3. She won't hit. That'll bounce out. Dervasevic, who just checked in, has the rebound. And with 5 minutes to go here in quarter number 2, the Bombers are up 25-13. Drevno with it on the near side wing now. Rainbow pass to Jill Payne, who was waiting for it on the far side wing. Now Dervasevic with it. Ichabod pump fakes the 3, and the reversal fancy moves through 2 RIT defenders. Man, she's special with the basketball. She knows exactly what to do.
How about some fancy moves from Zoraida Ichabod sends it straight into a timeout for this Bomber team. That's exactly what the Bombers wanted. They're up 27-13 against one of the top offenses in the Liberty League. This is the exact start that this Bomber team wanted in their first half, and this is what they're doing.
And so Coach Kuberka will call a timeout and try and get her team under control. Her first season here at RIT, but she spent 7 seasons at St. John Fisher, incredibly successful. 4 of the last Empire 8 championships, she won them with St. John Fisher. So pretty impressive, and you know, it's showing in this RIT Tigers team and what they've been able to do this year, how they've turned it around. 9-17 last year. They're 12-8 right now, so quite the turnaround.
Quite the turnaround. Coach Kuberk knows how to build a winning culture. She's done it before at St. John's Fisher for years. That's exactly what she's trying to do at RIT right now, and she's having success this season. She's completely turned this program around. Conference record of 10-3 right now, and after last year only going 8-10 in the conference. So that's really what's happening at RIT, trying to change the culture, trying to build a winning culture, and ultimately grab a couple titles in the future.
Well, we're back underway, 27-13, and his Ramsguard throws it in for Kaiser Cochran, who tries to spin and shoot on Watkins. She won't cash in, and here's Ithaca moving from left to right for the first time after the timeout. Here's Drevno with it now, over her head, looking for someone. Emma Waite all alone from the straightaway, and dead center. 30-13, and the Bombers can't miss from 3 right now.
You would think that we're talking about RIT, but we are talking about the Ithaca Bombers, one of the teams who struggles in the Liberty League with their 3-pointers. They're 4th in the league right now, but they are looking like they are the top team in the Liberty League with the rebounds that they're grabbing right now.
Bombers 3 for 5 from the arc right now in this second quarter as Durand tries to go into the high block. She's fouled by Isla Dervasevic, who was trying to guard her.
Bombers on a 5-0 scoring run right now in the last 2 minutes, 10-2 in the last 10-2, in the last 4. This is exactly what this Bomber team wanted, get a good start in this first half. Not very normal for them, but this is what they wanted.
Durand goes dead center with her first free throw, makes it 30-14. Durand, a 55% shooter from the stripe this season. Second one goes down and good, so make it 30-15. RIT needs to double their point total to get back to where the Bombers are at right now. Drevna the overhead pass to Maddie Gill on the far side wing. Straight away for Emma Waite. She goes to her left side with some fancy moves. She's guarded by DePaula. Finally opts to hand it off to Dervasevic, who's on the near side. Watkins pump fakes the mid-range jumper, goes to the high block on Kaiser Cochran and is fouled.
Anya Watkins had a wide open lane right there, was just unable to finish the job, but she's fouled. That's exactly what this Bomber team wanted.
We talked to Watkins a couple weeks back, especially against that game against Skidmore when they played in Saratoga. She made 10 of 12 points, but she said, man, I couldn't make a shot, but they just kept fouling me, so it didn't matter because I just got free points from the line. And that's what she does too well, penetrates the interior.
That's what she does best, and she's great behind the line as well. 68% shooter behind the line this season, exactly what she needs to do to get the points on the board.
Drills her second free throw. She comes up empty on the first, so it's 31-15 with about 3 minutes and 24 seconds to go here. Here's DePaula trying to get her team going. She swings it to her right side. Here's Bockelman waiting for her. Henderson to the left now, at the top of the key. Bockelman with it at the straightaway now. Guarded by Maddie Gill. Bockelman tries for the layup with the left hand. She can't get it to go, but Tigers have the board. Henderson resets at the top of the key. 3 seconds on the shot clock as Henderson goes down the high lane, throws up the shot, and is fouled by Emma Waite. A tough foul to take there. You had 1 second on the shot clock. If you just withstand for 1 more second or don't foul, that's an easy turnover for your team.
Just hold on for that last second. That's Emma Waite's 3rd tonight. She's getting close to that foul trouble.
Henderson, a miscue on her first. That one off the right side of the rim. Tigers moving from right to left. Ithaca from left to right. Henderson doesn't miss on her second, so make it 31-16 with just under 3 minutes to go. Waite, a bounce pass to Dervasevic, who's waiting on the near side. She picks up her dribble, hands it back off to Waite, who's even deeper in the corner. Waite to her left now, down the high lane, is fouled by DePaula. That'll be the 6th foul on the Bombers here. No, the 2nd from the Tigers. I'm sorry, I got my fouls mixed up. It happens.
Her first, team second.
So Tigers 2nd, DePaula's 1st. And here's Drevna on the inbound, underneath the basket. She finds Emma Waite with a high arcing pass. Waite on the far side wing, mid-range jumper about 18 feet out and makes it. Emma Waite, she already has 10 points. 33-16 with 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Here's Ramsgard, bounce pass to DePaula. She's looking for someone, shovels it off to Henderson. Henderson goes behind her back, tries to find DePaula again, but Drevna almost made her lose it. Loses her footing as well, picks up her dribble and can't find a teammate. Finally finds Ramsgard, who had to reset all the way at the Ithaca logo. Here's Kaplinski over the head of Dervasevic now, and the Tigers finally get a basket.
That ended the Ithaca scoring run about pretty much this entire quarter. Ithaca has been able to limit RIT, not let them get any shots up, but that was one of RIT's first of the quarter, excuse me.
Bombers doing a good job on defense, holding the Tigers to 33% from the field right now, but how about this? The Bombers have taken just about 8 more shots than they have. Grabbing those offensive rebounds, that's been part of their game, is Drevna. Kicks it out to Dixon, who just checked in on the near side. Drevna back at the straightaway, down the high lane, picks up her dribble, kicks it back out for Dixon on the near side wing, who tries for the 3. That's off the back iron. Drevna has the O board, though, and the Bombers will reset. Here's Waite at the A of the Ithaca logo at midcourt. She finally makes her way back to the straightaway 3, spots up at the high block, kick out for Drevna on the near side, and straight through. 36-18 with 1 minute and 20 to go. DePaula with it now. She stops with 2 feet, and here's Kaiser Cochran on the far side. Kaiser Cochran straight to the baseline and tries for the basket, doesn't hit it. 1 minute to go now. Bombers moving quick in transition. Long range pass for Drevna on the near side, right through yet again.
That's back-to-back threes for Tori Drevna. Even last game against, excuse me, who do I have? Skidmore. She went 4 for 15. She went 3 for 8 on her 3. She's actually got 2 on the night for Tori Drevna. That's unheard of.
40 seconds to go. Here's Henderson, the finger roll with her left hand, and RIT with a basket there makes it 39-20 with 30 seconds remaining. Emma Waite slows it down as she crosses the timeline, dribbling with her right hand. Back to her left now, moving to her left side, and here's Drevna at the left free throw line extended. Now Watkins at the straightaway. Here's Emma Waite now, moves to her right side at the low block, off the glass and in. Man, Ithaca making it look easy on the Tigers right now. They're up by 20 with 10 seconds to go in the half.
You would think RIT's putting on an offensive clinic tonight, but no. It's the Bombers. The Bombers are absolutely dominating RIT right now in every single offensive categories. This is exactly what this Bomber team needed to do against RIT tonight. They needed to take the offensive approach, obviously focus on that defense, but of course, against a top offense in the country, you're going to need to get pretty with your offense too, and that's what the Bombers are doing.
Emma Waite for the short range jumper at dead center in the paint. Doesn't hit that one, and the shot clock goes out here in quarter number 2. It's 41-20. Bombers are in the lead. And my, oh my, Bombers back on their way. They dropped 85 in their last game against RPI. It's looking like it's going to be similar to that again.
It's going to be one of those nights tonight. Already at 41 for this Bombers team for the last they're on a trend right now. They are 3 for 4 in their last field goals, 3-pointer, 3s for 4, thanks to 2 of those from Tori Drevna, of course. And then obviously this Bomber team, they're doing exactly what they need to do tonight against an offense like RIT, one of the top offenses in the nation. The Bombers look like they've been working at to be one of the top offenses in the nation right now. Just working hard, being very disciplined on that 3-point line, and also being really disciplined in the paint as well. You got Emma Waite, who's 5 for 7 right now on the paint right now. This is exactly what this team needed to do. And the whole entire Bomber team, they're over 50% shooting from the paint right now. This is exactly what this team needed to get the start going in the second half.
Tigers with 13 turnovers as well, and the Bombers taking huge advantage of that. 20 points off turnovers for Ithaca. If you're RIT, you got to be thinking we need to clean this up right now.
The RIT needs to clean this up right now. These are some numbers that RIT has been putting up since some tough losses early in the season to some tough out-of-conference opponents. And honestly, if you're this RIT team, you really need to lock in and figure out in the locker room, okay, who do we need to be shooting? Who needs to be quicker? Who do we need to be using along the line right now? Because at this point, RIT, they need to look like they're the top 3-pointer shooters in the Liberty League, which they were coming into tonight. This is exactly what they need to do. And they're not shooting very well right now. Only 28% from the arc right now. They're not shooting very well at all right now, Ray. Honestly, 7 for 20 in the field, 2 for 7 behind the arc. This is exactly what this RIT team did not need against this Bomber team. What already is a stellar defense, that Bomber defense is getting to them quick.
So Ithaca drops 24 in the second quarter, 17 in the first. They're up 41-20 right now at the half. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, myself and Molly Golden will be back with the coverage. Stay with us.
We welcome you back inside Ben Light Gymnasium for the second half of the Ithaca Bombers against the RIT Tigers. I'm Molly Golden alongside Brianna DeCrow, bringing you all the action. And we've got a 42-20 ball game. And believe it or not, the Ithaca Bombers are up 41-20 against the top offense in the Liberty League, nay, the country as well. And Ray, I just got to ask, what has this Ithaca team done to really explode off of the offense right now?
Well, listen, I mean, this Ithaca defense, we knew it's been outstanding. You look at the rebound numbers, they're not entirely impressive right now in this particular game, but what Ithaca's done so well, they've taken away passing lanes. They're playing that really tight man-to-man defense, and honestly, RIT looks like they're really trying to do too much. They're trying to pass the ball too much. They're trying to just create opportunities and force things that aren't there. They need to get back to their brand of offense, go back to shooting that three ball, but the Bombers are giving them nothing but contested looks. It's hard to get through that wall.
It is. Right now, RIT only 28% from the three-point line right now, 7 for 20 on field goals in that first half. And honestly, they've been just getting demolished. Emma Waite, Tori Drevna had some great first halves, and we're going to get things going here in Ben Light Gymnasium. Hannah Durand starts with the ball, sends it out to Maddie Ramsgaard, takes it in. Sends it out to Henderson, holds. Looking for a lane, sends it back out. That's Caitlin Bockelman. Hannah Durand with the hold, takes it in. Goes up for the two. No good. Swings. Turnover. Heads out of... Annabelle Iorio steps out of bounds. Turnover for the Tigers. Caroline Henderson holds, sends it out. Looking for a lane, sends it out to Maddie Ramsgaard. Ramsgaard taking it down the court. Caitlin Bockelman holds, trying to find a lane once again. Back to Durand, looking in the paint, looking for something. Here's Maddie Ramsgaard, a top shooter in the Liberty League, and she's just a sophomore. Waits, there's the turnover for the Bombers. Libby Micah got a hand on that, sends it the Bomber way, and Bomber basketball.
Yeah, the Bombers do a really good job turning the ball over. They already handed RIT 14 just with a minute to go in this half, and in that first half, that's just a few off their worst mark of the season.
Libby Micah takes the jumper up and just slaws out of the basketball. And RIT picks it up, heads down the court. Caitlin Bockelman takes the down, holding for the dribble beyond the arc, looks for a lane. Maddie Ramsgaard beyond the arc, trying to find a lane. She fakes him out, sends it back out to Bockelman, and once again, back to Ramsgaard. Caroline Ramsgaard looking for a lane. Sends it back out to Bockelman. Bockelman tries for the three. That one's no good. Libby Micah turns it back over. Caroline Henderson. Henderson looking for the lane. Henderson still holding the basketball, sends it out. Here's Annabelle Iorio. Emma Waite tries to get it out, but she steps out of bounds of Tiger basketball once again.
Yeah, there's just been a couple bounces in a row that the Bombers have got that have not been in their favor, but regardless, they're doing the right things to stop the Tigers on defense.
Maddie Ramsgaard back to receive the ball. Looking for a lane, sends it out to Faye Kapowski, brings it back. Maddie Ramsgaard once again along the angle, taking a dribble, looking for a hand, maybe a lane. Once again, Caroline Henderson with the in, tries for the in one, no good. Holds and foul.
Yeah, it looks like that's going to be on Ichabod. I'm not sure what the referee saw, but Ichabod may be trying to box out after that shot, try and get the rebound. Like I said, the Bombers losing that rebound battle, so trying to be a little bit more physical underneath the basket.
Maddie Ramsgaard brings it back out. Hannah Durand holds. Bockelman, bad pass. Ramsgaard didn't even know it was coming, and it's Ithaca basketball. Libby Micah stays behind the line, hold for the Bombers. Sends it back to Emma Waite as they take it down court. Sends it out to Iorio. Waits back to Waite. Waite looking for a lane, drives it in, sends it out to Anya Watkins. Little dribble pass. Back out to Libby Micah. Looking for a lane, back out to Emma Waite. Waite looking for a lane. She drives into the paint, sends it out to Iorio. Iorio up for three. That one hits! Annabella Yorio leads the team in points per game. Absolutely monster, and she can do it in the paint. She can do it behind the arc as well.
Yeah, and you don't see Yorio shoot the three too often. She didn't do it one time before this year, but now she's 4 for 12 on her attempts. So kind of efficient when she tries it, but only when she gets the opportunity.
Only when she gets the opportunity, and clearly she capitalized for that one.
Watkins, her second, team's second.
Erin DePaula checks in for Maddie Ramsgaard and holds to take the basketball.
And this is interesting, this Ithaca defense. RIT has 5 players that score above 9 points a game, and only one of them is really doing what they normally do on a given night.
Here's Henderson looking for a lane, sends it up to DePaula, no good. Libby Micah grabs it and sends it back out to Iqbal Seta. Iqbal Seta drives it down court, finds Yorio once again. Yorio holds, looking for Emma Waite. She finds her, sends it out to Libby Micah. Micah looking for a buddy. There's Iqbal Seta. Iqbal Seta drives in, looking for the and one, sends it back out to Yorio. Yorio back out to Watkins. Watkins with the paint up and no good. Henderson holds, and it's Tiger basketball. DePaula takes it down. DePaula holds, has Emma Waite guarding her. Here's Faye Kapowski back out. Hannah Durand looking for a lane, sends it up for the N1, and that one hits.
I'm not quite sure how that wasn't a travel. It looked like Durand took quite a few steps there, but nonetheless, this RIT Tigers team has been held scoreless for 4 minutes now. They needed that bucket.
They sure did. It's 44-22. Bombers up right now, and Libby Micah looks to grab another two. No good. Libby Micah picks that one back up. Still Bomber basketball. Emma Waite back beyond the arc near the eye in the Ithaca logo. Emma Waite holds, looking for a lane. There's Iqbal Seta. Up, no good. Ooh, hands near the face for that one for Hannah Durand. Sends it out to Caroline Henderson. Henderson looking for a lane. Has Emma Waite right in her face. There's Erin DePaula holding, looking for a buddy. Here's Hannah Durand, fakes out, sends it in with on the lane, looking for the and one. That one hits once again. Back-to-back and ones for Hannah Durand.
Yeah, and that was literally the same play, almost deja vu for the Bombers offense. Durand with the beautiful finger roll there. The hook shot goes down.
Here's Iqbal Seta looking for a lane, finds Yorio, finds Watkins beyond the arc once again. Back out to Emma Waite. Emma Waite holds, looking for the lane, goes in, sends it out. Foul called.
And that's what Emma Waite knows how to do. There's a couple players on this Tigers team that she's still familiar with. One of them, DePaula, and she just knew that she could turn and burn and force the foul on DePaula. That's what she did, drove baseline and manages to draw that one. Good job by Emma Waite there.
Tori Jarevna checks in for Libby Micah, waiting to take the pass. Here's the ball. Sends it out to Emma Waite. Emma Waite goes up for the three. That one is no good. It goes over the hoop. Annabella Yorio steps out. Refs call that one, and she thinks she might have not been out. Here's Caroline Henderson taking the Tiger basketball, sends it out to Durand. Durand looking. She takes it down herself. Down across the logo. Sends it out to DePaula. DePaula beyond the arc looking for something. No good. Sends it out to Kaiser Cochran. That one hits from Ella Wilson, who just checked in. 44-26. Tori Jarevna sends it out to Anya Watkins. Back out to Iqbal Seta. Iqbal Seta to Yorio. Yorio holds, looking for a lane, playing gritty. Up, and there's the and one for Annabella Yorio. One of the best shooters on this team, leads the team in points per game, exactly what she needs to be doing.
And a 5-inch advantage there on Ella Wilson. Just used all of her frame to body her up and get into the paint and put that basket down.
Wilson back out to Kaiser Cochran. Same exact play. Another case of deja vu from this Bomber team. Bombers need to limit those chances. And Emma Waite looking to respond. Takes it down court to Jarevna. RIT basketball as Jarevna was able to get a finger on it, but not enough.
And that was something the Tigers didn't do incredibly well in the first half, was penetrate the paint. Only 8 points in that first half. They've got 14 now, so they're finding ways to get their forwards the ball in those lower areas underneath the basket.
Here's Erin DePaula grabbing the ball from Caroline Henderson. DePaula takes it down, sends it out to Durand. Durand back out to Wilson. Wilson takes it in, finds Henderson once again beyond the arc. Dribble, looking out. Here's Durand again, goes up for the three ball. That one's good for Hannah Durand. One of the top shooters on this team. She went 3 for 4 against Clarkson a couple of weeks ago. Exactly what RIT's starting to heat up, looking like one of the top 3-point shooters in this team. Yorio up. That one almost no good. Kaiser Cochran grabs the board. Here's Tori Drevna. Iqbal Seta resets. Bombers take a deep breath, looking to grab another basket. Here's Yorio. Yorio holds. Yorio looking on Kaiser Cochran, sends it out to Jill Payne. Jill Payne checking in. Here's Jill Payne going in into the paint. Looking for a lane. There's Tori Drevna. Tori Drevna up. That one hits Tori Drevna. Tori Drevna went 3 for 4 in frees in the first half. Excuse me, exactly what she's been doing. She's been finding that 3 ball. It's been working for her tonight.
I think she was just inside the arc there, so that'll be a long range too, but nonetheless, really good work from Drevna to take that contested shot and nail it.
Here's Iqbal Seta driving for the and one, grabs that one. Exactly what the Bombers needed. Here's DePaula taking it down court. Sends it out to Durand once again. Back out to Wilson. Wilson finds Kaiser Cochran in the paint, trying to get something going. Yorio fouled. Dan Raymond did not like that one. Kaiser Cochran goes up behind the line. Shoots 75 behind the line this year.
And that'll be Yorio's third, so she'll check off the floor, but definitely thought she got all ball there and was looking for that block on Kaiser Cochran. Would have been a good one. Yorio, one of the best in the league, especially these last couple games in terms of blocks. She's had 6 blocks in her last 4 games, so she's been reading the ball incredibly well.
Kaiser Cochran doesn't make her second. Jill Payne grabs the board. Here's Iqbal Seta setting it up. Iqbal Seta holds, looking for a lane. Finds Jill Payne. Back out to Tori Drevna. Anya Watkins in the paint, and there's a foul once again. Kaiser Cochran grabs the foul. Junie Dixon checks in along with Emma Waite for Iqbal Seta. And then a couple new people on the floor. We've got Faye Kapowski back on the floor for RIT, as well as Caitlin Bockelman back on the floor. Tori Drevna beyond the arc. Anya Watkins picks up the turnover. Emma Waite, Bombers relax, grab a couple seconds, excuse me. Emma Waite holds, looking for a lane. Finds Junie Dixon. Junie Dixon holds. Shot clock, foul called.
Yeah, and Junie Dixon, man, she's really been that veteran presence out there on the floor for the Bombers and really having to lead with, all of her skills in her back pocket. Maddie Gill saying that, Junie Dixon was the player that I looked up to the most.
Emma Waite relaxes, tells the Bombers to relax, takes her time. Anya Watkins within the paint, sends it back up to Tori Drevna. Shot clock counting down. Emma Waite beyond the 3 line. That one almost no good. Junie Dixon grabs it. And then there, Maddie Ramsgaard with the grab, and it's Tiger basketball. Erin DePaula takes it down. Finds Bockelman along the line. Back to Ramsgaard. Ramsgaard quick finding a lane. Goes up for the jumper. That one hits. 50-34 for here in Ben Light Gymnasium tonight.
And only Ramsgaard's 4th points. This is a player who averages 12 points a game, and she's been held to 4 so far.
RIT right now, their RIT field goals, they're 6 for the last 7 right now, starting to heat up within the line, but that 3-pointer's not really working for them tonight, but they're finding success within the paint, beyond, near the lines, within the arc. This is exactly what RIT was looking for to start their second half. Erin DePaula brings it back out from Henderson. She takes it in. Looking for a lane. There's Bockelman. She holds. Bockelman looking. Goes up. Sends it back out to Wilson. Wilson beyond the arc as well. Takes it in. There's a foul called.
Yeah, and that'll be an offensive on Bockelman. Just got a little bit too aggressive with her dribble. And Maddie Gill doing a good job planting her feet and drawing that one.
It's Bomber basketball. Junie Dixon goes to grab it from. Junie Dixon sends it out to Emma Waite. Waite brings it down. Livy Micah checking in. Livy Micah got a finger on that, but that was just too much. Tiger basketball.
Dan Raymond right now calling for the full court press. Tigers unsure who's going to take the inbound, so Ithaca will take advantage and try and be pesky on defense.
Caroline Henderson checking in once again. Here's Erin Zapala, sends it back out. Sends it back out to Maddie Ramsgaard. Ramsgaard brings it down, has Maddie Gill on her right now. Maddie Gill looking to get shifty, starting to some confusion. Caroline Henderson takes the jumper, no good. Junie Dixon grabs the rebound and takes it down, finds Emma Waite. Emma Waite brings it down, holds. Emma Waite trying to find a lane. Has Erin Zapala on her, shot clock winding down. Overall clock winding down. 6.4 left in this third quarter here. Bombers been scoreless for the last 2 minutes. Definitely not the start that the Bombers wanted for their second half. But after putting up 41 in the first half, this is something Bombers, they just need a little bit of a cushion. And here's Emma Waite beyond the line, excuse me.
And Dan Raymond has the opportunity now to put a couple players out on the floor that maybe don't see that many minutes against a really good Tigers offense, see if they're able to contest them on defense, and nonetheless also put a couple pieces in that you never know who might be clicking and generating some new chemistry for this team.
Exactly. We're getting closer and closer to tournament time. Definitely something Dan Raymond wants. Get a lot of his players a feel for the court right now, something that they all need as we get closer and closer. Caroline Henderson takes it down all by herself, goes up for the jumper. That one hits as the quarter winds down here in Ben Light Gymnasium. It's 51-34. Ithaca leads still, and definitely right. That was the third quarter that RIT needed. Get a couple points on the board, feel confident in the offense, feel confidence beyond the three and in the paint as well.
Yeah, they knew they had a lot of work to do, and there's still quite a bit of work to do. If Ithaca has a big fourth quarter, they could essentially slam the door, but, 36-52, that's a pretty large deficit, Molly.
It definitely is something that RIT was not expecting coming into a game like Ithaca. You've got the #1 offense in the Liberty League. Definitely something that you want to send into going into closer and closer to tournament time. It's definitely something. And the Bombers, they're putting up a fight right now. This is exactly what the Bombers wanted against a team like RIT. Get a lot of confidence heading into tournament time and grab that #1 seed is especially important for this team. Well, we're going to send it to a quick break here in Ben Light Gymnasium. But when we come back, quarter 4 of what's been a thriller here in Ben Light Gymnasium. See you soon.
Back to work here in quarter number 4. Rayanna DeCrow and Molly Golden with you. An early foul here, an offensive on Anya Watkins. She's been having some foul trouble here, being a little bit too physical.
But Anya Watkins, that's the player she is. She's gritty in the paint. She's getting close to the foul trouble point. But Anya Watkins, she's been 9 rebounds a game averaging. That's the player she is, and that's honestly what she thrives on.
Here's Henderson with it now at the top of the key. Henderson moving to her right side. She dishes it back out for Kaiser Cochran. Down the high lane to the high block, over the heads of a couple Bombers, and that ball's poked out of play. Here's Emma Waite, quick in transition, the fast break, and that's the gimme layup right there. 54-36 with 9 minutes and 19 seconds to go here in quarter number 4.
Emma Waite with some speed against her former team. She's able to grab the rebound and just take it down court and finds the layup.
Here's Kaiser Cochran that tries for the 3 ball again. That one can't hit, but Ramsgaard corrals the board. Ramsgaard down the low lane now. She's guarded by Ika Balsetta. Turns and fires. That one off the near side of the rim. Emma Waite, a long arcing pass to Micah, who's right on the doorstep. Yes, she will. Make it 56-36.
There's Libby Micah for you. So far, she's 2 for 4 in field goals tonight. Make that 3 for 4 for Libby Micah, shooting a great percentage. That's what she does best. She's in the paint. She's gritty. She's able to find the points, and that's what she does best.
And Micah with a behind-the-back foul there on Kaplinski. Instead, that'll be on Annabella Yorio, her 4th foul, so she's in foul trouble there. She'll stay in the game, though, with 8 minutes and 34 seconds to go. The score 56-36, a 20-point deficit for this Tigers offense. I'd say it's a long shot, but this Tigers team is a high-powered offense.
One of the best in the country, Ray. They're known for playing that high-power physical game, not in the paint, but just along the line as well, behind the three-pointer. There's Libby Micah. What a block. Exactly what this Bomber team needed, preventing RIT from getting hot.
Yeah, and Micah, she's been doing that well in her last couple of games. 15th in the Liberty League in the blocking category. She's got 17 on the season. Here's DePaula on the inbound now. She opts for the near side to Henderson. Henderson, top of the key for Durand. Durand, overarching pass to Bockelman on the far side wing, who goes for the 3. Instead, that was DePaula on the 3. She misses nonetheless. And here comes Emma Wade again. Emma Wade, a swing pass over to Ika Balsetta that's poked out of bounds by Henderson on the near side of the floor.
Great job by Ika Balsetta, realizing that there's a touch on that. Holds, gets the weights, and gets the basketball back, and it's Bomber basketball along the net as well.
Micah on the inbound now, finds Wade. Kind of up towards the Ithaca logo. She steps back from straightaway 3, and nothing but net. Emma Wade with a new season high, 19 points, and it's 59-36 with 7 minutes and 50 seconds to go.
Emma Wade just continuing what she does best. She's always physical against RIT. She has a little bit of revenge in her, possibly. A new season high. Her last season high was against RIT as well. She's doing what she does best, finding points along the line and in the paint as well.
Henderson had the jumper from the free throw stripe, and that one fell into the basket, kind of swirled in. So make it 59-38 with 7 minutes and 25 seconds to go. Here's Yorio on the near side wing. Looking for someone. It's Emma Wade at the straightaway. Can she do it again? Yes, she can! Make it 62-38. Emma Wade, she's on fire. 4 for 7 from deep and 22 points tonight.
Ithaca on a run right now. They've been, right now, at least they said, Ithaca on a little bit of a scoring run right now. Exactly what they needed. Get a little bit more of a cushion, be comfortable in this 4th quarter, and it could be all nice smooth sailing for the Bombers tonight.
Here's Watkins on the fast break, and nothing but net right off the glass, and makes it 64-38. 6 minutes and 47 seconds to go, and Coach Kuberka needs a timeout.
8-0 run that the Bombers just put on right now. Bomber bench loves it right now. High fives, hugs, hands all around. And this is exactly what this Bomber team wanted to do after a 3rd quarter of not necessarily shooting their best. Couple of struggles near the three-point line as well as in the paint as well. But coming out hot like this, back-to-back frees from Emma Wade, and then a great layup by Anya Watkins, exactly what they wanted.
Yeah, and this just goes to show, man, how challenging it is to play on the road in the Liberty League. The Tigers 7-4 at home, 10-3 in the conference. All 3 of those conference losses have happened on the road. So incredibly challenging to play on the road in the Liberty League. Ithaca, they're going to have to do that, though, for the remainder of their season. The final regular season home game here at Ben Light Gymnasium. They have an opportunity to host a playoff game, but they have to go on the road this next weekend. They'll see St. Lawrence, who just upended this RIT team not too long ago, as well as Clarkson, who hasn't been too much of a contender, but nonetheless, someone you have to pay attention to.
SLU's been a little bit of a heater lately, putting up some great numbers against RIT. Obviously, it's going to be a competitive one. SLU's been heating up as we've gotten closer and closer to the postseason. And obviously, Clarkson, the Bombers, have already proved that they are very competitive against them. And it's going to be a tough weekend for the Bombers. But if they grab 2 wins tonight, that's great confidence, great momentum going into tournament time.
So 85 points for this Bomber offense in the last game. And Ithaca's never put up 40 or more points in a half aside from that game and tonight. It's 64-38. This Bomber team averages 64 points a game. Here's Emma Wade on the takeaway from Kaiser Cochran. Another turnover from the Tigers as Emma Wade goes right down the low lane. She's fouled by Kaplinski.
RIT fouls called on number 11, Caroline Henderson, her first team.
Emma Emma Waite moving all over the floor. She's been everywhere tonight and draws another foul there as Ika Balsetta swings a pass out for Yorio, who's all alone on the far side wing. That one just long, ricochets out of the net, and 2 Bombers try and get their hands on it. It'll ricochet off the hands and into the hands of Caroline Henderson. Henderson, the 4th best scorer in the Liberty League, hands it off to Kaiser Cochran, who bodies up Anya Watkins. The senior and the freshman going head-to-head.
I mean, you don't want to be bodied up against Anya Watkins, averaging 9 rebounds a game. She's dangerous. She's gritty. She's a leader on this team. She'll put her body on the line for her team and her teammates.
Here's Micah, who tried to jump over the head of Kaiser Cochran, almost did it. Her layup is no good. 64-38, and here's Henderson. She traveled. And a couple of subs coming in for either side will be Avery McPeak replacing Anya Watkins, as well as Izzy Middleman replacing Zoraida Ikabalsetta. Ella Wilson will check back in as well, and they'll also bring out Spazuko. Sophia Spazuko, the freshman out of Washington, D.C., will check in. She played 17 minutes against Clarkson in the last game. Here's McPeak at the straightaway 3. Wait, thought about the 3. She'll step back out. Moves to the free throw stripe. She picks up her dribble. Rainbows a pass to McPeak, and here's Middleman. Picked up her foot before her dribble. Another travel for the Bombers. Unfortunate there.
Dan Raymond really trying to get into his bench right now, using a couple of his players who have a cushion of 64-38 right now. A little less than 6 left, excuse me. This is exactly what he wanted to do. Get up to a comfortable lead and let a couple of his players get some time, have some fresh, continue to move on, play against a tough team like RIT, especially as we get closer and closer to the postseason. We're just going to get tougher and tougher.
And they've been able to do that in their last couple games. Here's Ramsgard at the free throw stripe. She kicks a pass out to Spazuko on the far side. Here's Ramsgard again at the high elbow. Hands it off to Spazuko again, who's in the paint. Kick out pass for Wilson. Wilson to the low elbow, now to the low block, and her layup is no good.
Here's McPeak. She brings it down.
And here's Maddie Gill with it on the near side. One-handed pass to McPeak at the top of the key. And now to Yorio on the far side. She looks for her teammate as the play gets set up. Emma Waite will slow it down and touch her shoulders. She calls out plays. She moves to her right side. Here's Yorio with it now at the straightaway, and now hands it off to Maddie Gill. Yorio about 12 feet out, a jumper, and another travel. Got to make sure your feet are planted when you pick up the ball.
Got to do that right, especially against a team like RT, who will take a lot of advantage on you if you're not disciplined, you're not clean. But right now, this Bomber team, they're putting up a lot of numbers right now. So definitely, travel or two isn't the worst thing, but against a team like RIT, it could get dangerous.
McNamara and Drevna check in. McNamara her first minutes tonight as McNamara tries to get a block on Caitlin Bockelman, who was moving down the high lane, and Bockelman will shoot 2 from the stripe.
Bockelman's shooting 75 from the stripe so far this season.
No points tonight as that one skims out of the rim. Bockelman, normally one of those leading scorers for the Tigers, 19th in the Liberty League in points scored per game. She averages about 9 as she misses both of her free throw opportunities. Drevna will pick up the rebound and bullets a pass to McPeak, who's waiting at the NCAA logo on the far side of the court. Here's Middleman with it now, moving to her left side. She's just underneath the Bomber logo. Bounce pass to McPeak, who's waiting at the top of the key. Kick out for McNamara down the high lane. Now back out for Gill on the far side. She works right through traffic, and the finger roll goes down with style.
Maddie Gill against Union, she had 20 points. Six of those came from finding points within the paint. She's dirty in the paint. She's aggressive along the three-point line. She's had some hot games. Hasn't really been able to find it tonight.
McNamara with the takeaway now. She moves down the high lane. Reversal, and that went off the back iron. Middleman chucks up a shot from right below the paint. She had the offensive rebound. And it'll be no good, but out of play. Tiger basketball, and here comes another reserve for the Bombers. It's Simone Pintinelli for Maddie Gill. Bombers have let up on that full court press. It's Henderson to bring it down the court. Moving to her left side, here's Spazuko. Spazuko into the paint. Reversal layup, and finger roll goes down. It's 66-40 with 3 minutes to go.
Spazuko, she's a young player. Hasn't got a ton of time this season, but obviously getting some points up there right now is crucial for this team.
Middleman tried to fire a pass to Pintinelli and just went right through her hands and out of play. So back to the Tigers. Back to work go the Tigers. Here's Wilson with it now. She kicks out a pass for Bockelman on the far side corner. That one short. McNamara with it now on the far side of the court. She was moving fast in transition, but pumps the brakes. McNamara to the far side. Here's Drevna. Overhead to Middleman, who's at the straightaway. Back to the near side for Pintinelli. Pintinelli guarded by DePaula. Tried for the pass to Drevna, who was streaking into the paint, and Drevna looks like she's in pain. Here's Henderson, the easy layup, as she converted on the transition points. 66-42 with 2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. Middleman picks up her dribble bounce pass to McPeak, who's waiting at the top of the key. Back out to Middleman on the far side wing. Middleman to McNamara at the straightaway. McNamara between her legs, kick out pass to Pintinelli on the near side. Here's Middleman on the far side now with 6 seconds on the shot clock. Drevna from the straightaway with 2 seconds to go. That one just kind of banged off the glass and the iron at the same time. Kind of bricks that one. 66-42 with under 2 minutes to go here. Here's Henderson right down Main Street. Gets it to go, and the and one.
Drevna's been heating up tonight, having a great night behind the three-point line, just not able to cash in on that one.
66-44, Henderson will shoot for one. As more reserves check in for the Bombers, McPeak will come off, Drevna will come off, and into the game comes Olivia Stevens, Natalie Tucker, Kenzie Perluke, as well as Madeline Barrows, excuse me.
Dan Raymond's bench really coming out tonight right now. With less than 2 minutes left, Dan Raymond says, let's get everyone some time on the court tonight. And that's what this Bomber team is doing tonight. With a little less than 2 left, everyone's going to get a couple minutes tonight against the Tigers.
Henderson makes her free throw, so it's 66-45, and it's Stevens to bring it up the court. Stevens on the near side. She finds Perluke on the near side corner. Here's Tucker with it at the straightaway now. Moves to her left side and burns Ramsgaard, the 4th best shooter in the Liberty League. And she goes right by her, the freshman.
There's Natalie Tucker for you. She hasn't seen a ton of time this season, but so far she got a couple minutes in Williams-Smith. She shoots 25% in the paint, but definitely something that is cool to see.
Caroline Henderson drills a 3 from the far side corner, makes it 68-48 with 1 minute and 10 seconds to go. As Stevens with an off-kilter pass to Tucker on the far side. She tried to keep it in play. It goes out.
She tries for that one, and then it goes out. She tells, my bad, but not really a big worry for this Bomber team tonight as they're up with 20 points with a little more than a minute left.
So no Bombers on the bench with their warm-ups still on. Here's Bockelman to the high block, and the finger roll is down and good. Make it 68-50 with 1 minute to go. Natalie Tucker with it now. As Ramsgaard swats at it, she jukes her out. Tucker with her right hand, hands it to Perluke, and back to Tucker. They're sitting at about mid-court as Tucker tries to get some space. Tucker looking for Perluke on the near side, throws it away. Dan Raymond has a couple words with her, the freshman who's seeing real minutes here in a really highly contested Liberty League game, or what we thought to be, as DePaula's all alone on the far side. That air ball is corralled by Olivia Stevens, and she's fouled behind the back. That foul will be on Ramsgaard, and Barrows will be on the inbound. Hands it off to Tucker, and Tucker moves quickly into her own zone. Perluke on the near side. Here's Barrows at the straightaway. Tries to find Stevens on the far side, and the Bombers have thrown away 3 passes in a row.
3 passes in a row, something not normal for this Bombers team, but with only 20 seconds left, it's fine. It's do or die right now for this Bombers team, but they got a good cushion right now.
Kaiser Cochran into the paint over the head of Stevens, in the end one. 68-52, and Kaiser Cochran has a chance for another few.
Kaiser Cochran is 75% behind the line so far this season, but hasn't done too well tonight.
That one just leaks in. So Kaiser Corcoran has 9. And it's 68-53 with 8 seconds to go. The Bombers will dribble out the basketball. And man, what a win for Ithaca. I mean, their 13th conference win, their 11th in a row, and against the Tigers team, one of the best offenses in the nation. And they do it with seemingly ease.
This Bomber team, they put up an offensive clinic tonight. This is what they needed to do against one of the top offenses. We've been saying this the entire time in the country in Division III and just around the entirety of the NCAA basketball season as well. The Bombers were able to accomplish what they wanted to do, and this is great confidence for them. You go on the road, you're against some tough teams, you know that you can compete, but this is exactly what they wanted to do, and they grabbed the win tonight in clean offensive fashion.
So Ithaca, their final regular season home game of the year, they'll go on the road to play St. Lawrence as well as Clarkson next weekend. Then in the next week, they'll have Barden round out their season with Vassar, a really big game there that they need to take home. RIT, for that matter, will move on to next weekend. They will see Vassar up there in Poughkeepsie as well as Skidmore and Saratoga Springs. So 2 really tough games upcoming for them as well. 11 wins in a row for the Bombers. They leave Ben Light Gymnasium happy this season, and we leave you happy, we hope. I'm Randy DeCrow alongside Molly Golden. We'll see you in the next one, and have a great evening.